Hi, welcome to Infinity Bottle Evolution. My name is EJ, I am the host here, and today we're going to start a new project. We have a couple Infinity bottles going already. We do a channel around our Infinity Bourbon bottle. We also have the Infinite Infinity bottle, which is a Infinity bottle made up of samples of people's Infinity bottles and or Infinity barrels. Today we're going to start a project which is going to be made up of whiskey and whiskey type products that are in my cabinet that don't qualify as bourbon. Haven't really decided about Tennessee whiskey yet. I mean, to me, Tennessee whiskey is bourbon. But I have some Americans, I have some other stuff. I don't have a whole lot that's not bourbon in my cabinet, but just the same, I wanted to do something a little different to give my Infinity collection, kind of keep it expanding and give it some variety. Of course, as always, guys, we love the sense of community. We really want to hear from you. We really want you to get involved. We want to taste your Infinity bottles. We want to trade samples. If you're into that sort of thing, please reach out. We'd love to hear from you. Just cracked a bottle of Sazerac that I picked up this week. Had it before. It's nice and approachable rye, and saw it on the shelf. It's been a little scarcer to come by as of recently, so decided to grab a bottle. So to accompany us on this voyage today, gonna have a little taste. So being that I don't have a whole lot of bottles of rye and American whiskeys that I'm going to be adding, I will be going a little heavier on my pours. I found a full 750 milliliter bottle that I'm going to use for this. It's no, I mean, I like the bottle. I think it's got some nice curves to it, but it's nothing super special. I can't even remember what it came off of, to be totally honest, but Davies County, that's what it was. But it's fine. Eventually this will become housed in a different vessel, but this is totally good for the time being. It's got a tight seal. So we're going to start with some of this Sazerac that I just cracked. Let's go ahead and let's pop 2 ounces in. All right, there she is. That's the first pour into that bottle. That's that one. Okay. It's just such an easy sipper. Sazerac. It's a 90 proof. Like I said, you know, rye is definitely not my specialty in any way, shape, or form, but I do like a rye here and there, so nice to switch it up. All right, next up on the list, let's go with Redwood Empire. So this is a bottle I picked up a while back. Just kind of saw it on the shelf. Heard a lot of good things about Redwood, mostly their bourbon, but had not seen their bourbon out and about, so decided to pick a bottle of this up. Recall it being pretty good. Once again, I'm not gonna be as palate driven when it comes to ryes. And honestly, I don't drink it much, so I can't tell you too much about the flavor profile. I do remember it being tasty though, a little bit spicier. All right, keeping moving along. New Southern Revival Rye whiskey. This is a distiller I visited with my brother down in Charleston, South Carolina. Picked up a bottle of their bourbon that I'm enjoying quite a bit, but decided to grab a bottle of rye. It was pretty reasonably priced on the shelf from what I remember. And I honestly preferred the rye a little bit to their lower proofed bourbon, so I went for a bottle of the rye. So I'm going to add another 2 ounces here. So far 2 ounces across the board. All right. Keeping it moving. Man, I got a really nice smell. I almost smell like a gumball in the air right now. That's pretty interesting. All right, let's switch gears a little bit here. Michters American whiskey. It's their small batch US 1. Another one that I just kind of grabbed on I think it was pretty reasonably priced. I saw it on sale or something. And I was like, I don't have much American whiskey in the cabinet. Let me grab a bottle. I've always heard good things about their products and decided why not. I do remember it being kind of a fairly easy to drink American, but it didn't really like knock my socks off or anything. You know, didn't have too much bite from what I remember. Proofage. Oh yeah, it's pretty low proof, 83.4 proof, so definitely a lot lower than a lot of what I typically drink. Mellow fucking Corn. Love it. Love it. I don't care. I don't care what you think. Love it. It's not bourbon. It's bonded, so it's at least 4 years old. It's 100 proof. It's just great. It's sweet. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't drink like a $20 bottle, sub $20 bottle. I think this stuff is great. I will use it for old fashions all day long. I will keep a bottle of this on my shelf as long as it doesn't. I'm not paying 30 for this. I'm not paying 25 for this. But at 20 bucks, 15, 20 bucks, I'm buying this. I'm keeping it around. You're absolutely nuts if you make mixed cocktails and you don't have a bottle of this. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're messing up. We're gonna go a little heavy. We're gonna go. Let's go 3 ounces. Let's give it a little extra Mellow Corn. You know what? I'm going 4. 4 ounces because I love Mellow fucking Corn. I love it so much that I spilled some. All right. Buy it. It's not just about a meme. It's fun. It's great. It's so much better than this. $16.75, local American whiskey. Paid way too much for it. And it wasn't like crazy. I think it was like 40 bucks or something like that, but it's not worth it. It's an 80 proofer. It's just not exciting. It's not very good. It's got a lot of bite. It just doesn't do much for me. But it's at least bottled, not distilled, bottled where I live. Who knows what it's made up of? I don't think they're distilling it. I think 1675 is blending some stuff, rebranding it. I don't really like it. I did another video today on our Infinite bottle series. I talked pretty aggressively about this bottle. Barrell Infinite Barrel Project. It's a blended whiskey. They do an infinite barrel that continuously, as they dump some into bottles, they then pour more in. So there's always some of the ever-evolving juice in there. I think this is maybe like the 6th or 7th batch they pulled out of this infinite barrel. This one was bottled April 7th of 2021. It is bottle 4,558. It's a strong proofer. It's 127 proof. Just drank some of this today. I definitely pick up on some Scotch sort of elements and whatnot in this. It's distilled in Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Scotland, Ireland, and Poland. Really cool bottle. Really glad I grabbed this. Definitely in love with Barrell, and I will not lie, more Barrell products will be coming to my cabinet, and more Barrell products will be making it into this particular bottle without a doubt. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here, guys, but got a good, it's probably about half full already. Next up, we're going to go with some Pinhook. This bottle's getting a little low, actually. So this is from Pinhook rather. This is part of their vertical series, which is a series that they do of, it's 9 different pieces which follow a group of barrels as they age from 4 to 12 years old. It's a kind of a cool project. This is a 4-year rye. It's a 97 proof. I've had a handful of different Pinhook products. I'm working on a bottle of the 5-year bourbon right now, and it's a little dry for me. It's not bad. It's just not really my cup of tea. I had a bottle of high proof bourbon a year or 2 ago from them that I really enjoyed quite a bit. I think it had pink wax or purple wax. Can't really recall, but that was awesome. Grabbed this just because I did like the Pinhook brand so much. And honestly, this was the rye that I kept reaching for in my cabinet when I did want something that wasn't bourbon. You can see that I've hit that bottle pretty hard. I'm going to go pretty aggressive because I do enjoy this so much. I think I'm going to go 4 ounces. The bottle's getting down to the nitty gritty. I honestly need to do a little bit of bottle killing. So this is going to help me work on making a little bit of space in my cabinet. And it's also going to help this bottle because of the fact that it's such a strong juice. And yeah, that's nice because that means that bottle probably will get killed this weekend, honestly. But it's been a good voyage. I have mixed feelings about Pinhook at this point, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? You know, I had a bourbon I really liked. I had this rye I really liked. And I like I said, it's not that the other one is bad. It's just not personally speaking to me too much. Last in the mix, a little homemade moonshine. So this was made by a friend of a friend. I'm not 100% sure on the source. It's extremely high proof. We're talking, I got to look up the number, but I want to say that it's clocking in somewhere in the 180s, maybe even 190s. I'm only going to do, with moonshine, I mean, I don't want to shine this out too much. I'm going to do a 1/2 ounce. This is just about adding something to mix. This actually has a date in the near future. I'm going to be turning it into some tincture product. So pretty excited for that to land ultimately into a project like that. But it's just, just a cool thing to add for some variation here. A 1/2 ounce isn't going to go crazy in the flavor profile of this bottle. So I do have a couple more things that I will be adding to this. I didn't go 100% in today. I have a sample or 2 from some people of things that aren't bourbon. I have a little bit more moonshine. So I do have some more stuff that will make it in the mix of this bottle, ultimately over the big picture. But I just wanted to get a solid base going with this one today. Probably be approaching this one a little bit different than my bourbon video series. This one is probably, honestly, something that every month or 2 months we'll revisit this. We'll taste it. We'll add a little bit. This is definitely just a sidebar for me. This is, of the 3 Infinity bottles, this is probably the one that I honestly care the least about at this current moment. But it's still a fun project. It's still cool that I got to take all those bottles that were lying around in my cabinet and kind of do something with them. And, continue to play around, continue to try different things. And eventually, in a future video, I will end up tasting this and adding some of this into my Infinity bottle also. So, it all kind of just all works together. It all continues to evolve together. As always, guys, really appreciate everybody out there watching. I'm just going to ask that we do those things that we do. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. We're trying to drive to 100. Once we get to 100, we will be doing some giveaways. We'll be doing some free samples of all of our different Infinity bottles. Please comment down below, talk about your Infinity bottle, ask questions, talk about some of the things I poured today, what you like, what you don't. If you think this project is cool, if you think I'm completely nuts, whatever you want to talk about, I don't care. Like the video, and just keep doing what you do out there. If you're doing an infinity bottle of any way, shape, or form, I'd love to taste it. It doesn't have to be bourbon, and that's a big part of why I did this today, guys. It doesn't have to be bourbon. I'm a bourbon lover, but I want this to. I don't, as you see, I don't have any Scotch. I don't have any Irish whiskey. I don't have any Canadian whiskey, but eventually I will, and I'll be adding it to this. I'll probably more so than anything else, because my cabinet, I have more than enough bottles right now. I'll probably mostly be buying minis to add to this, where I can taste a little bit and I can dump something in. I also love to trade people, so doesn't have to be infinity bottle trades. It can be, hey, you know what? I really want to try the Barrell Infinite project. Reach out. I'd be happy to trade a sample for something that I don't have, something that I can't get my hands on, something that I'd like to try. I'm not a snob. I'm not going to turn my nose up at things just because they're not Blantons, or they're not whatever. I like a little bit of everything. And price point, if it's good, price point doesn't matter, right? So thanks again for watching, guys. Please keep joining us along the voyage. Please get in touch, and keep blending. Blend the pain away. Take care.